Hi besties, I have a stack here for some Valentine's Day recs. Mind you, I have not read any of these. These are just going to be on my TBR for February since, you know, it's the month of love. That is not only what I'm going to read, but also what I suggest to you, you know. Most of these are also based off the cover. They are mostly romance, if not all. So the first one I will be reading is Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. I will have an official like February TBR, but this specifically is just Valentine's Day Rex. So Bloody Heart by Sophie Lark. This is book 4 in her Brutal Birthright series. So keep that in mind. I mean, you can kind of read them because they're slightly standalones, but they kind of have little bits and pieces of the previous books before. So they're not like full-on spoilers, but I mean, you can read them at random, but also I personally would read it in line. So if you don't get to this book in the month, that's okay. I just, in general, recommend this whole series. So this one is Dante Gallo, which is Ada, the FMC from book 1, her older brother. And I'm assuming this is like a second chance because it states when you get a second chance, you don't wait for a third. Simone Solomon lives in a gilded cage. She's been raised in a world of wealth, privilege, and above all, obedience. But one night on her way to another tedious gala, in the back of a limousine, Simone is abducted by a mafioso, who intended to steal a car, not a girl, and everything changes. Dante Gallo looks like a beast and behaves like one too, until he lays his eyes on Simone in the rearview mirror and falls hard and fast for his accidental hostage. Their attraction is irresistible, even if it's completely wrong. They're willing to risk everything for each other, but with one disastrous move, they're split apart again. After ignoring Simone's perfect face on billboards and magazines, Dante thinks he's finally moved on. But then he sees her in the flesh. He hasn't forgotten, neither has she, and now fate has granted them a chance to reconnect. But Simone has a secret, a mistake she fears even a beast like Dante will never forgive her for. Perhaps what fate has really given them is a chance to make each other's hearts bleed all over again. Listen, I love Dante, and he's like a very dark, broody man. And if he falls first for someone and still loves them, where is my Dante? That's all I gotta say. Another one that I plan on reading and definitely probably would recommend is Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson. I think I've read one book from Lana Ferguson, The Nanny. I did give that book away. So I am going to give this book a chance because, you know, love, lock and key, hearts. Beautiful. It's pink. And this one is about Tayana McKay is used to secrets. She was raised by a single father who never divulged his past. And it's only after his death that she finds herself thrust into the world he always refused to speak of. With just a childhood bedtime story about a monster that saved her family's life, the names of her estranged grandparents to go off of. Key has, that's her nickname, has no idea what she'll find in Scotland, but repeating her father's mistakes and being rescued by a gorgeous, angry Scotsman who thinks she's an idiot is absolutely the last thing she expects. Lachlan Greer has his own secrets to keep, especially from the bonny lass he pulls to safety from the slippery shore. A lass with captivating eyes and a last name he's been taught not to trust. He's looking for answers as well, and Key's presence on the grounds they both know occupy presence, a real problem. It's even more troublesome when he gets a front row seat to the lukewarm welcome Key receives from her family, the strange powers she begins to display, and the fierce determination she brings to every obstacle in her path. Things he shouldn't care about, and some he definitely doesn't find wildly attractive. When their secrets collide, it becomes clear that Lachlan could hold the answers Kiana is after, and that she might also be the key to uncovering his. Up against time, mystery, and centuries-old curse, they'll quickly discover that magic might not only be in fairy tales, and that love can be a real lock mess. Oh, so it's got magic in it. Understanding. I didn't know that. Sounds interesting, but yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see where that goes. Another one I'm really, really excited for is this. Look at the cover. Like, this is perfect. So this is Unromance by Erin Connor. It is like a rom-com type of situation. It follows a author. She's like in a rut, and after like being broken up with and stuff like that, so she's like in a rut with her stories, and then she meets an actor who is like refusing to fall in love, and so he and her kind of make a pact. Aside from keeping things, sexual, he is trying to get her to, show him ways that he could possibly fall in love so that he can avoid them. Yeah, the pact is that she uses like him as inspiration for her stories or whatever she's writing, and he uses her to like get all the information and like ways to fall in love or whatever to avoid it. So yeah, this sounds intriguing. It sounds like it's going to be super fun. So I definitely would recommend. Another rec I have here is Perfect Fit by Claire Moore. It's pink. This one is Josephine Davis has spent her entire 20s building Revenant, a fashion brand headquarters in downtown Austin, Texas, when her biggest investor orders Josie to hire a consultant. The last person she expects to be working with is Will Grant, the twin brother of her ex-best friend. Sure, Will and Josie may have shared one mistake of a kiss during senior spring break 10 years ago, but they've never been friends. She remembers him as moody. He always thought of her as shallow. Romance isn't on the table for either of them until they blink and realize that there's a reason they can't stay away from each other. But there's Will's sister to consider, whom Josie hasn't spoken with since they're falling out. Not to mention, Will and Josie live 1,500 miles apart, and it's not like she has time for a boyfriend anyway, when she's an overworked CEO. As Josie's burnt out looms while she falls deeper and harder for Will, she contends with the fact that eventually she'll have to make a choice, stay alone to be productive or slow down to be in love. So it's kind of like a worker's old best friend's brother situation. Sounds interesting. So she's either going to have to make a big choice for her love life and her career. Oh, wow. Another one is Five Brothers by Penelope Douglas. So this says one woman learns the secrets of the five Jaeger brothers. Macon is the oldest, 31, ex-Marine. I don't think I've ever seen him smile. Army is 28. Is that the name? A single dad with the most beautiful green eyes. He has no idea who he is if not a Jaeger brother. Iron will be in prison soon. You'd never think it to meet him. He's a nice guy, actually, but he can't stop reacting to everything. Dallas is the one I hate. 21, cruel, and selfish. He takes and then throws away whatever's left. And Trace is mine, or he was about 2 seconds ago. No one can tame him for long. Not that I ever wanted to. It was fun, but now I need to go home. Back to my side of the tracks, away from the swamp and these men, to my parents' big house on my clean street, where I'm never dirty or messy or hot, and I will. I'll leave first thing tomorrow morning. I just want to crash on the couch tonight. Their house is dark and quiet, and everyone else is asleep except for him. He sees me crying and comes at me from behind. I let him wrap his arms around my body and hold me tightly. His breath is on my neck, his fingers in my hair, and he doesn't stop there. I don't think it was Trace. I'm scared. But you know what? It's a season of love. We're sharing that love with Five Brothers. I'm excited to see what that's about. On a lighter note, we have The Love of My Afterlife by Kirsty Greenwood. I have heard nothing but amazing things about this book. I hear it is beautiful and heartwarming. And listen, that is what I need. I will probably read that after Five Brothers. But listen, it's a season of love. We're all in acceptance here. This says, recently deceased woman meets the one in the afterlife waiting room, scoring a second chance at life and love if she can find him on Earth before 10 days are up. If she wasn't dead already, Delphi would be dying of embarrassment. Not only did she just die by choking on a microwavable burger. Oh! She's also now standing in her sparkle and shine nightie in front of the hottest man she's ever seen, and he's smiling at her. As they start to chat, everything else becomes background noise. That is until someone comes running through a door, yelling something about a huge mistake, and sends the dreamy stranger back down to earth. And here Delphi was thinking her luck might be different in the afterlife. When Delphi is offered a deal in which she can return to Earth and reconnect with the mysterious man, she jumps at the opportunity to find her possible soulmate and a fresh start. But to find him in a city of millions, Delphi is going to have to listen to her heart and learn to ask for help and perhaps even see the magic in life she's leaving behind. Oh, yeah, this is going to be so cute. I'm so excited for that one. Like, look at the cover. She's beautiful. She's adorable. Another pink cover, A Not So Me Cute by Megan Quinn. I read the How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. So, you know, we're following the themes here. I gotta do it. So this is a trilogy. This one says, How did you two meet? It says, it's the consequential question asked to every couple, and the answer is usually some bubbly, lovey-dovey tale of being struck in the bum by Cupid's arrow. But Lottie's gardener's meet cute was a little different. She was trolling a wealthy neighborhood in Beverly Hills, searching for someone to take her as his bride. You know, to make the arch nemesis who just fired her jealous. A billionaire Huxley Kane was conveniently stomping around the block like some sort of gorgeous ogre, mumbling about his business deal gone wrong. That's when they bumped into each other. No sparks, no fireworks, not even the first seed of blossoming love. But the next thing Lottie knows, she's scarfing down chips and guac, listening to Huxley lay out his problems, and then he tells her he lied to a crucial client, and he needs a huge favor, a fake fiancé. He's talking, living in his mansion together, going on intimate double dates, and pretending they're head over heels in love and engaged. It's ridiculous, but people do ridiculous things when they're desperate, and Lottie and Huxley both reek of desperation. So she strikes up the deal. Except her one mistake might be accidentally falling for the incomparable, insufferable Huxley King. This is definitely on brand for Valentine's Day. You know, shooting arrows, fake marriage, fake engagement. This sounds perfect. I feel like this is the perfect Valentine's Day lineup. I'm really, really excited for these. Of course, I'm probably going to add a little more to the February and general TBR. But nonetheless, I'm really excited for these. I'm ready to get into My Little Romance era again. I have just kind of been all over the place at the moment, but that's okay. We're back and we're better than ever, and I'm really excited for these. Yeah. So if you've read any of these, definitely let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. If you want more bookish content, definitely hit subscribe. If you want to stick around, my socials are at the end if you want to follow the books I'm recommending to kind of get your Valentine's Day lineup started. Once again, thank you for watching. I love you.